Hello guys, my name is Kadiri. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I'm going to show you how to insert table of contents automatically using Microsoft Word on your document. So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you. So I'm going to head over to Microsoft Word. So let's say you have a project you are working on, or you have a schoolwork you are working on, and you need to insert table of contents in that work or project. And in that same project, you have a lot of headings, have a lot of pages in there, and creating a table of contents manually for it will be a headache for you. And at the end of the day, the table of contents might not even come out accurate. So I have a document right here, one of my school projects which I worked on a few months back. So if you notice on my document, I made the headings bold, make it them bigger, and the subheadings too, I did the same thing to make them stand out. But this is not going to help me to create a table of contents for this project. So to create a table of contents, I will need to format the headings in order to make it easy for Microsoft Word to help me create table of content for this project. So to do that, I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to highlight this first heading right here, the introduction, and then I'm going to go up to this styles gallery. So I'm going to hit on this heading 1 right here. So I'm treating this heading, as this introduction, as one of the main headings on my work. So I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to do the same thing to the next one. So after I highlight it, I'm still going to hit on heading 1. So I'm going to scroll down. So I'm going to treat these headings right here, these ones that are numbered, I'm going to treat them as headings under this main heading. So these are like subheadings under this main heading. So to add this to this table of contents, if I want this to appear on the table of contents, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to hit on this heading 2 on the style gallery. So you notice for the main heading, I hit on heading 1, then for the subheading, heading 2. So if you have another subheading under this subheading, you are going to hit on heading 3. You get the point? So since this heading is just a subheading under this main heading, so I'm hitting on heading 2. So I'm going to treat number 2 the same way. I'm also going to treat it as a subheading under this main heading. So I'm going to hit on 2. So let's say let me treat this passive voice as another heading, as a subheading under number 2. To make this appear as a subheading under number 2 on the table of contents, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to hit on heading 3 on the style gallery. So that's that. So I'm going to continue with this number 3. So I'm going to choose number 3 as a subheading under the knowledge, under this main heading, knowledge of grammar. So to do that, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to hit on heading 2. So I'm going to go down as a subheading under knowledge of grammar punctuation. So I'm going to go down again. So now this is another main heading. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to hit on heading 1. So I'm going to go down again. This is another main heading. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to hit on heading 1. So I'm going to go down, and this is another main heading. So I'm going to hit on this and hit on heading 1. So this is the last main heading. So I'm going to highlight this, and then I'm going to hit on heading 1 again. So now that I'm done formatting all the headings, so I'm going to create a table of contents right now for the project. So I'm going to push this introduction down to create a new page, and then I'm going to go over to the top of my new page, and then I'm going to go over to the references tab right here, and then hit on this table of contents. So when you hit on the table of contents, you see different automatic table of contents, different formats. So I'm going to choose this number 1, automatic table 1. So after clicking on the automatic table 1, Microsoft Word has automatically generated my table of contents for my project. So if you look at this table of contents right here, you see I have 1, 2, and then this other 2, the numbers are not appearing. So I'm going to go down, and I'm going to add the numbers right there. So this is 1, this is 2, this is supposed to be 3. So I'm going to add 3 to that. I'm going to tab it, and then it's supposed to be 4. and then I'm going to add a Roman figure to this one. So I'm going to make this one dark. So that's that. So now that I'm done making all the changes that I want to make, so I'm going to go back up to my table of contents. You will see that after making the changes I made did not reflect on the table of contents. So to make the changes reflect on the table of contents, you are going to update the table of contents. So to do that, you are going to hit on the table of content, and then you are going to see these three buttons, and then you are going to hit on the update table button. So when you hit on the update table button, this small window is going to come up, and then you're going to see two options right there. So I'm going to select these changes on the entire table, the second option. So I'm going to hit on OK. So now you see the table has updated. The changes I made on the document has reflected on my table of content. So always make sure you update your table of content whenever you make changes on your main document. And the perfect time to do the updates is when you are done with all the changes you have to do on your main document. So when you are done with your project and you are ready to print them out, you can update your table of contents before printing the document out. So before I end this video, I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to go back to my references tab, and then I'm going to hit on table of content, and I'm going to scroll down to custom table of content. So what I can do with this is, when you look at this place, you see that I'm using different levels, that is heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So let's say under this knowledge of grammar and punctuation, I don't want all these subheadings or the other headings right here. That's the heading 1 and heading 2. So I can just come back to this show levels button right here. So I'm going to reduce the number of levels. You can see I'm using 3 levels right here, so I can reduce the number of levels. So let's say 1, and then I'm going to hit on OK. It says replace table of contents. Here I'm going to hit on yes, and then you see the subheadings under this knowledge of grammar and punctuations are gone. So we have only the main headings right here. So that's how to use table of content. That's how to insert table of content on Microsoft Word automatically. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also turn on post notifications so that you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.